start? How you start off? Like, just picking up a camera?
Man, I picked up a camera first because I thought I was going to be a party promoter. I thought I was going to be a concert thrower. So in college, I booked Wiz Khalifa for a concert. It's 2010. And I was really just fucking around, to be honest. Like, I had never done anything in Atlanta. I was just a college student. And I had this opportunity. I booked him. I took out a student loan. And after the concert, like, I was trying to take a picture with him, but my phone was dead. All my friends had left at this time. I was, like, cleaning up the space. And after that, I was just like, man, I'm going to go buy a camera. So next time I do an event, I'm going to have a camera and I'm going to be able to take a picture with him. Yeah. That's literally as far as I thought about it. And after I did that concert, a lot of local artists started to hit me up, like, yo, who are you? What do you do? So I actually got into managing an artist. And then when I was managing an artist, I was like, shit, I'm going to just use this camera on you. And then from there, you know, I just found a way to make, you know, $50, $100, just shooting him, his friends, other people. And then it just became something that I fell in love with.
For people trying to come up, though, I think the dopest thing is that you created, like, you created that. Like, you went, like, I remember.
He created the culture.
That's what I'm saying. Every time you see Metro, you see him taking the pictures. Like, he didn't ask for no handout. He damn near didn't even talk. Like, I didn't know your name for a long time. I just know homie with the camera, you know what I'm saying? But he made sure he got on the grind.
I used to get him and Metro confused back in the day. Like, for real. Like, that's how instrumental he was in that whole time period and era, because he was always there. Like, that shit was crazy.
Nah, I appreciated that. Like, seeing a lot of you all on my come up definitely is special. And I just always love Atlanta for embracing me. Like, you know, just being a kid from out of town. A lot of
Where you from?
I'm from Maryland originally, PG County.
Okay.
So a lot of the times y'all saw me quiet is just because out of respect for the, you know, the culture of the scene. I'm not in here to be loud. I'm here to do a job. And I'm here to respect what's going on. Like I always say, as a photographer, it's important to know when to document a moment and when to create a moment. And at the beginning of my career, it was important just to document what I was seeing and not actually try to disrupt or do too much. So, yeah, I was super quiet kid. I wasn't talking at all in them studio sessions. I was just happy to be there and just trying to do my job.
So how did it work? Like what they call it? What they we was talking about last time?
NFTs.
I know you got a million of those.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Man, I ain't got into it yet, to be honest, but I'm working on something right now. I don't know, just looking into it, it sounds like something interesting, because right now, you got to say, I'm a photographer that came up on social media era. So my photos are everywhere on the internet. You know, once I posted to Instagram, it's being ripped by every magazine, posted here. Like, I look at people's phones sometimes. They have a photo I took as a screensaver. And I'm like, I just did not give you that photo. I didn't give you rights for none of that. So the idea of an NFT, for me as a content creator, is something I'm interested in, because it's really a way that I can control the rights and control how people are using my work online, which is something that most photographers struggle with to this day. I mean, some of the photos y'all know that's famous that I took, I didn't really make no money off of it besides maybe the day I got paid for doing it or whatever the case may be. So the idea of something giving me royalties on a digital use sound amazing to me.
For sure. That's why I brought it up. Like, you got legendary pictures that you can, if you, just say, you do a photo shoot with somebody, you get them to shoot a single picture and you make that
the NFT.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We can make a lot of money together. You know what I mean? Like, for sure. But for me, like, I look at myself as also like a leader to a lot of younger photographers and just the community out here in general. So it's important that I know it before I start to just jump out there and say, this is what I'm doing. So I'm in that phase right now of just talking to a bunch of companies and just really understanding the game plan. And then when I have it, I'll be able to pass it down and then do it the right way and show people and then say, all right, this is how you can actually do it. Because it's going to get tricky. I mean, you know, artists don't always understand this NFT stuff. So that's always been a tricky part for photography, is like, how do I monetize this? Like, if I take a picture of you today and then tomorrow you go on the internet and you see I sold it for $50,000, I'm sure I'm going to get a call from you. You know what I mean? Even though technically, in the way it worked, copyright-wise, I own it. Like, if we really want to go to war, I'm going to probably win in the court of law, but it's tricky. You know what I mean?
Still, like, you gotta save that relationship.
Yeah, sometimes it ain't worth it, because it's tricky.
in the email when we did the Lil Wayne photo shoot, and you was like, you want to retain the rights.
Yeah, ownership. Yeah.
Yeah. Because,
I mean, that's
for somebody else to use it, like they gotta come see you.
Facts, because it's the third parties. It's really what you do it for.
Yeah.
Because that shoot we just did with Lil One that turned out super fire. He wearing other brands. So say the label want to take, we caught him wearing Versace. Fuck it, we gonna sell this photo to Versace for $1 million. Nah, you can't do that. Nah, that's so you gotta own it in order to be able to protect yourself, because they'll just keep monetizing it. You know what I mean? Over and over for years and years and years.
You ain't got nothing.
And you don't get nothing off of it. You know, nothing. Right. To be honest, and you are the artist for real, for that matter. So you do that type of stuff just to make it clear. And then with labels, when you get to the real money and budgets, like that costs money. It's a price for everything. So if you want to own something, that's like a master's for a music artist. Like,
exactly.
There's a price for it if you want to own it. But if not, then let's just do this little license deal. You can use it for however long you want. And after that, you know what I mean, you give it back to me, basically.
So how you learn all that shit? Just coming up, like having lawyers and shit coming up through the rank?
Man, mistakes. You know, you learn it first through mistakes, you know, and just seeing the game. As I moved up in the game, I talked to older photographers. You know, I research things. I'm a big fan of just learning as much as I can. But then also it helps that, you know, my best friend is a lawyer. He protects other people's rights. So as we coming up, he learning stuff in law school that's telling me like, yo, you know X, Y? Oh, all right, I ain't know that. Okay, bet. But it's difficult because end of the day, I always tell photographers, you can have all your shit right on paper. You can know your rights. You can know this. If one of these artists take and use your photo, what you gonna do? You gonna sue him? You could try. You won't make no money. You don't have the money to fight against him in court. So it's just tricky. It's tricky because it's all about relationships at the end of the day. So you got to know when to pick and choose your battles. Like I've walked into Urban Outfitters and seen my work like on a shirt. But it was an artist that I'm tight with. So it's kind of like, you know, like, all right, he may not understand how this shit's supposed to go. So if I call him out, it's going to be like, he ain't going to understand it. He going to be like, I paid you for the shoot. Yeah, you paid me for the shoot, but you ain't paid to just go do whatever you want to do with it. Yeah. So, especially in Atlanta,
like art, right?
Yeah, Atlanta, they don't understand that. So it's like you really got to pick and choose.
Yeah, they spend all their money when it got fresh and all this shit. They gonna think, hey, this is my picture. This is my face.
Kirk, photo shoot ain't cheap.
True
so
story.
I respect it. So I pick and choose my battles. I like, you got it. You can use it for that. That's cool. But you're not necessarily supposed to. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Do you think, goddamn, you should try to, like, when you do shoots with niggas, you should tell them, like, look, bro, the big niggas, like, bro, you big, bro. This shit, we can make some money out of these pictures.
Yeah.
Cut me in.
Yeah, but it's just tricky. It's tricky because you got these other artists sometimes have so many hands in the pot that they don't even want to acknowledge you. And then also, keep it real, I'm blessed that Atlanta embraced me and I carry myself a certain type of way. But some of these artists don't respect the photographer enough to listen to me talking about I want to do business with them. Like it's some that see what I really got going on and they be like, all right, that's a good idea. That's a good look. Yeah. But it's still a fight for it. Like, you know, they'd rather do business with somebody else.
Take the pictures.
Just take the pictures, bro. Keep it moving. So for me, I learned that shit early that it ain't even my job to try to do too much real business with artists. Like, to be honest, I have a whole system where I don't really charge artists. I charge the label and I charge the companies that want to use these artists. But I know this long time ago, I'll never forget, like, and I love Young Dolph, and I did a shoot for him one day, and it was a spur of the moment. He called me like, yo, pull up, I want to do a shoot at the studio, I need to get some photos. And he pulled up, we did the shoot, and at the end of the shoot, we never talked numbers. At the end of the shoot, he just pulls out some money, he going through his...
So about night off.
He like, Leo, how much you want? And at that moment, I couldn't tell him, like, you know, I get $10,000 a shoot. Because at that moment, he would have never understood that. Like, it would just been like you trying me. You know what I mean? So at that moment, I realized, like, it didn't even make no sense to me trying to take your money. I just need your relationship. I just need you to call me.
When you time to shoot a real photo
with me, and when your label's involved. So right now, I just said, yo, bro, I don't even want your money. Like, you good. Don't pay me. And I did the shoot for free. And then from there, though, Dolph see me in this love. It was also a chess move for respect, because it's like most of these rappers, you know, no offense to them, it's just how it is. They look at photographers as the nerdy broke niggas, like, you know, because some of them move, they carry themselves like that.
Have you ever had a run in?
I'm not gonna move like that.
Right. Have you ever had a run in with an artist though, like a bad photo shoot, or somebody try to chump you off, or you know, where you might have had some words or some shit? Like, have you ever had them type of situations?
Never.
Dope.
But I'm mild mannered. Like if you pissed
Cam
at me,
ain't even the type of nigga to have no words. With a nigga,
if you pissed at me, there's something wrong with you. Like I'm not even like, because I don't even carry myself like that. So for me, it's all about that. But I play the position. I respect the role. End of the day, it's the industry I'm in. It revolves around the artist. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna be stupid and then act like I'm the most important one on this set. Nah, I'm not the most important one on this set. It's the artist. So I wait 5 hours if you late. Like it is what it is. You the artist. You control the court. But in certain ways, I'm not just gonna let you just punk me. Y'all, you ain't just gonna do me whatever. But I don't put myself out there to get done dirty. You know what I mean? Like that's the beauty of photography. I tell people it's like you can only waste both of our time. You either gonna pay me and you get the photo, or we both gonna sit here and shoot. You gonna be getting dressed, styled, haircut, and ain't no one gonna get no photos. So it's like there's no way I could get in photography in a certain sense, because you gonna either pay or we both just gonna waste time, but you're not gonna get the photos and not pay me. It just doesn't work that way, because I won't send the photos.